the new legislation will modernize and enhance our security and intelligence laws to ensure our agencies have the tools necessary to protect Canada and Canadians.
Well, that doesn't sound good. Seems the Liberals want to give more powers to the communication security establishment so they can collect information on Canadian citizens. And on top of that, it wants to create an ultra-far-reaching oversight watchdog agency called the National Security Intelligence Review Agency, which essentially seeks to allow the deep state to watch the watchers. So in today's video, we're going to watch the watchers who are watching the watchers. Let's get to it. The National Security Act of 2017, which was tabled as Bill C-59, was meant to fulfill a Liberal campaign promise to overhaul the Anti-Terrorism Act, which was introduced by the previous Conservative government under Stephen Harper. You see, CSIS, the Canadian Security Intelligence Service, has already been granted powers to collect information on Canadian citizens who don't even pose a threat. So when the Liberals said that they were going to overhaul this bill, they failed to mention that what they actually meant was that they were just going to slightly alter it a little bit, and not in any kind of a way that's going to be beneficial to the Canadian people. The new NSIRA would be able to compel testimony and documents from 17 federal agencies and departments who have national security responsibilities, including for the first time the Canada Border Services Agency. It would have responsibility to oversee the cyber spies at the Communications Security Establishment, or the CSE, the traditional spooks at Canadian Security and Intelligence Service, or CSIS, the Mounties, the border guards at CBSA, aviation and transport authorities at Transport Canada, the Department of Immigration, refugees and citizenship, as well as the Financial Transactions and Reports Analysis Center of Canada, or FinTrack. So on the surface, it appears to be a good thing because it will make these secret agencies have more accountability. But the sheer amount of power that is being granted to this newly created agency is absolutely staggering. The bill for the first time enables the CSE, the Foreign Signals Intelligence Gathering Agency, to act offensively, not just defensively, in order to preventively jam or disrupt or destroy, quote, foreign threat actors that are deemed a risk. So this essentially means that they could attack foreign websites that seek to radicalize Canadians to terrorism. But what constitutes so-called terrorist propaganda is so broad it could mean just about anything. So let's see what else Ralph Goodale, who introduced the bill, has to say about it.
In addition to a new committee of parliamentarians with the extraordinary authority to scrutinize security and intelligence activities, we're advancing in this legislation a new expert review body that will also have jurisdiction across the entire Government of Canada to complement the work of parliamentarians. Some people have nicknamed that a super CERC, and it's that concept that we are instituting in this legislation.
Well, I think this super CERC is going to super suck. Expanding government powers to be able to spy on their own citizens, or foreigners as well for that matter, is really only going to empower the deep state, the secret government. You gotta always remember 1984's doublespeak concept, where anything that the government says, it's the opposite, which is actually true. So when they say this bill is gonna add accountability to these secret agencies, it really just means it's gonna protect the black op operatives who do their bidding. When the bill says it will protect the right to legitimately gather and protest, the opposite is true, and you better believe they're going to be clamping down on dissenting voices here in Canada very soon. So when are people going to finally realize that more government is not the answer? Creating new agencies to oversee the wrongdoings of the previous agencies is just an endless loop that's going to lead to all-out tyranny. The best thing you can do at this stage in the game is to have nothing to do with it whatsoever. Stop funding their wars and their newly created agencies with your tax dollars. Get yourself out of debt, get off the grid, and engage locally with your community, and just simply do not comply with unjust laws or thuggish behavior. So let me know your thoughts on this massively overreaching new agency that's just being created here in Canada, and also whether or not you think there should be more government or less government, and how much either way. Huge shout out goes out to all my PFT members and my PFT patrons who are contributing to my efforts to bring you this information here. We can only survive with your donations and with your patronage. So thank you so much to everyone who is contributing. You guys rock, and I love you for it. Be sure to share this video if you found the information useful, and click on that like button and leave a comment down below. And stay tuned, folks. We're going to have more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth.